I'm back. And how many of you guessed, huh? How many of you guessed what this lovely piece was? You know, a year later, after we've gone through all this stuff, you know, we evolve over time with our confidence level, and as we get used to seeing ourselves in hair again, especially as our hair's gotten so thin that, you know, we see our scalp a lot. When we see ourselves with hair the first time, it seems like, oh my gosh, that's so much hair, when it really isn't. I mean, it really looks normal to other people, but to us it looks like a costume wig or something. It looks crazy. Well, you know, my first piece was actually a topper. I ordered back September 29th, 2018, last year. We're almost there. And my first wig was the Jon Renau Mila in 24BT18S8 shaded mocha. And Mila and we butted heads a lot. I thinned her. I trimmed her length. We battled it out, Mila and I. And finally, in the end, Mila and I got a divorce. Well, I've gone through, you know, for a while I wore bobs, you know, short bobs, straight bobs. Straight was my thing. Straight and layered bob cuts were my thing. Then I started getting into a little bit of a wave, and I'm back in the waves. And I've worn all kinds of, you know, Nora by Tony of Beverly, one of my favorite pieces ever. The sandstone almost perfectly matches my hair, some of the tones in it. So we've come a long way in this last year, as most of you probably understand. If you're at my spot or you're a few years down the road, you get it. Well, I've come full circle. This little lady is, and some of you probably guessed it, this is Mila by Jon Renau. Yeah, I did it. I found this beauty on eBay, and I bought Mila. This is not in the same color. This color is Malibu Blonde. This is 12 FS12. It's a blend of gold with a little bit of ash. It's more gold than the shaded mocha, a little bit more gold, a little bit less ash. But the root, instead of a number 8, is a number 12. It's a very light root, very pretty. And of course, you know, Mila's a full mono top, lace front. And I have Mila in her full natural form on my head. Now, this was worn a couple of times by another wig sister. Looks like she has maybe trimmed the lace a tiny bit, and it looks like there might be makeup in the part. But nothing has been done to the hair. It's in its full natural form. And guess what? Your question is, does she feel like so much hair to me a year later? My answer is no. She feels fine. She feels fine. I was a little bit scared. I saw this piece on eBay, and I had, you know, I've never had 12 FS8. And I thought, you know, because I kind of got over the really dark roots, and I thought, you know, 12 FS12, the Malibu Blonde, one of the California blondes, she might work. And so I bid on this one, and strangely enough, no one else bid. I'm running my fingers through it. It doesn't feel like too much hair. And you know what? The only difference is, it's a year later. I'm used to the hair now. I'm used to length now. I'm used to waves now. If I had kept my original Mila, no, it's funny, you know, knowing if I knew then what I know now, that many times if you think a piece is not going to work for you, and you keep it for a while and you pull it out few months down the road, you put it back on, you go, you know, I like that. I thought I didn't like that. If I had kept my original Mila, I could wear her. Now, I would still not like the dark number 8 root. Much better root. But I felt like this was a perfect experiment to show how we evolve after we start wearing wigs, and over time as we find what works for us, and then we think one thing works for us and we try something else a little different, we realize, you know, that looks pretty good. I can do that. And then we go, well, if I can do that, maybe I can do this. And if I can do this, maybe I can go back to what I started with. So I've come full circle. Mila and I have remarried. We're back together. And I don't know if this color's the perfect color for me because it's a little bit more gold than the colors I've been wearing. I've worn blondes with a little more ash in them than this. But, you know, tell me what you think about this color. And so, for my 1-year Wig-a-Versary, I'm celebrating with Mila.